Hello, our beautiful YouTubers. Welcome to our channel. You've reached Joanne and Elizabeth here with World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul. If you are in a twin flame connection and your world has shifted freaking upside down, inside out, and everything, and I mean everything, feels cray-cray, you've come to the right place. So excited to go over this question because it's so common. Like, why am I experiencing this crazy thing with this person who's like not showing me or reciprocating what I experience, yet no one else resonates? What the flying F is happening? We know this journey's crazy. We know it is out of the world crazy, and it feels like everything and anything you knew is like the complete opposite. And your person who you absolutely love is pulling from you, is running from you, isn't reaching out. How can you have this intense love and you don't see it in 3D? It's so crazy. All the things that you're going through are the exact same things that we navigate with our people. And just so you guys know, me and Elizabeth are now in permanent relating experiences with our twin flames. We both experienced a dark night. We both experienced separation. We both had to experience the push-pull, cray-cray, all of it, you name it. We experienced it. And we're still working through this journey with all of you together. So we created this channel, this outlet, to be able to share truths. And the grind of it all, there wasn't enough balancing information. There wasn't enough balanced energy, and enough people that are in this union energy emulating this soulful energy. It was very either romanticized or feeding addictive energy, as in tarot and focusing on what their person's doing, thinking, and feeling. Me and Elizabeth call out the mind's energy and this connection, which happens a lot, and we bring you in this place of soul. So if you're new here, welcome, my loves. Should you subscribe to receive this balanced union energy that you can also emulate in your own twin flame connection? Now let's go ahead and get started.
So the question is, how do I move forward? And the person who asked the question is able to see two timelines, one with the soulmate, where they can picture everything with the soulmate in the future. And then the other timeline is with their person. And they are stopping that first timeline because they can't get past the timeline they can see and vision with their person. And so they're sort of stuck in this like stagnant, period, almost this like just this place where there's no movement personally with the personal life. And they want to know, how do I move forward?
I think we never really can move forward. Like, I get it. There is this timeline with a soulmate. And because your soul is you, the timeline between both are not relatable. It's like very, very, very different. And once you've known what your soul is, like a soulmate, no matter how amazing and how great and based on, what you've shared, it's still not going to be even close to what your soul is or ever be, even on those downloads that you can get from your person and the soulmate, right? And so what I would say is that no one will ever top that, and that's okay. Me and Elizabeth are okay to admit that even if let's say we are not with our people, we would just choose solitude because there's just no one that would resonate. I feel almost like a soulmate is that part of us that has to go back to mind again, and I just can't resonate with that. It doesn't necessarily mean a soulmate will never resonate for some people. That can very well be what that is for whoever it is. It's just it doesn't resonate for me. And so I can resonate with you, my love. Like, why is it that any other timeline that I can tap into just doesn't make sense? And now that I've shifted into this one where I'm them, no one else can ever top it. No one else can be it. No matter who I meet from here on out, no matter who I've experienced from before, it's just never going to replace this. And that's pretty accurate to this journey. You know, if we can easily replace them, if we can easily move on with the soulmate, then, you know, then maybe this person wasn't who we thought they were, because you're never gonna forget. If we were easily able to forget this activation, then that's awesome. That's I think is like our biggest fear, is like, how do I get over this thing that I feel so one with? It just resonates so deeply within me. And so we want you to know this is normal, and it's okay. It's okay to feel the oneness, and it's okay to see some timelines that might resonate or might not, but it's not something that we have to figure out today. It's something that you have to be with, and just be in acceptance of, you know what, I woke up in this journey, and this journey is not normal. It's a little crazy, but it's crazy beautiful, because you met this person. Now you know who you are. Now you get to experience the unconditional love. And through this experience, no one else can touch it, even a soulmate. And let's get real, a soulmate connection is conditional. Everything that we've experienced from our friends or family is that conditional love. And this is that one where we're on. Everything in our being is on, and everything is without any explanation. It just is. And so you get to tap into unconditional love with this person. And that's what makes it so unique, is it's something you've never experienced before. And it's not something to be understood from the mind. It's through soul. It's through resonance. It's through being. It's through acceptance and allowing what is, which is your soul, which is the journey. I think there's a lot of people that want to get somewhere. Like there's something to do. There's somewhere to go, and they've got to figure out, all from mind. And there's no doing in this journey. There's no doing. It's being. Being soul, which is your person. So be okay with how it is now. And it's okay if you experience souls that resonate that are not your soul. And it's okay if no one else can ever resonate with this deepest, most mind-blowing experience you've ever experienced with your soul, because they are you. So really, it's just this paradigm of being and in acceptance of what you are. And we get to appreciate how we can tell the difference between connections, right? We can appreciate it like, oh, that is a soulmate connection. That is another soul. That is why I can have romantic conversations with this person. That is why I can be in mind with this person, and they won't pull. Really cool to watch. Why is it I don't want this person? You know, that's something that we can watch. We can watch that I really, really want to be with my soul, because I am my soul, and another soul just isn't close to that. Like our people is almost godlike in this space, but really what you're looking at is you. What you're seeking is you. That's the energy. You really, really just crave your energy, and the other person, the soulmate, they will not be this intense, unconditional love. They can never be that, because it's not your soul. So that's the reason why. And it's not for you to understand. It's just for you to be in and to recognize and appreciate the difference between connections that we have. And because you woke up in this journey, you get to experience love, unconditional love at its finest. You woke up in this journey to recognize who you are. It has nothing to do with a romanticized version, but it is being who you are. What do you think, Lev?
Yeah, I think that once you meet your person, your world shifts. And what resonated and sounded amazing before just won't be the same. But I do want to also emphasize when you say like, you know, how do I move on? Moving on is mind. But even the thought that I have to move somewhere, move on to something is mind, because soul observes. It observes every now moment. That's all soul does. So the moment you're asking yourself, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go? Those are all thoughts from mind, and you're not being in the moment. You are almost like in the future by thinking there's some place I have to get to, instead of just understanding that this is what it is now, and I'm going to be grateful for this now moment. It takes away the gratitude for this now moment when the mind thinks that it has somewhere else that's better, that has somewhere else that it needs to be, that's going to make life better, instead of just being accepting and at peace with now, and everything that is now is perfect. And that's sort of the sense I get from that question, is like there is still mind in that question. But I send you a lot of love. I do, because of your situation and it being so challenging. And I send you a lot of love because I can feel with the backdrop that you sent to us how much you really love the soulmate, and how this is tearing you up, because you can't be to the soulmate, and you can't even be to your old asleep self with the soulmate what it's like mind still wants a little bit, right? The mind is really, really confused. Like, I really love this person, but then there's this deep inner knowing, this deep inner resonance with your person that makes it hard to ever go back. And that's this journey. I don't know many people on this journey that can honestly, with all authenticity and being real, raw, vulnerable with themselves, say that they are as happy with their soulmate, those that are with a soulmate, that they are as happy with their soulmate and at peace with their soulmate and in love with their soulmate as the way they feel about their person. And tend to go, and I'm not saying everybody, but the people who do tend to go to the soulmate are almost wanting to go back to sleep. They don't want to put in the inner work that this journey requires to keep moving forward. And they're still looking to someone else to validate, fill their needs, and make them feel whole and complete. Because unfortunately, most societies in our time-space reality think that you need a partner to make life complete. And so a lot of people who are settling, and I'm going to say that word, and like I said, not everybody, but that have chosen to stay with their soulmate, it's almost an energy of settling. And that's sort of what happens because the connection is so freaking strong. And it's like nothing makes sense anymore outside of my person. And that's why Joanne and I will say, like, if something happened, God forbid, to our connection to our person, we would choose solitude. Because once you experience your soul, even just seeing your soul, feeling what it feels like to love someone so wholly and without conditions, this is the first experience of unconditional love you've ever experienced. And to go back to the conditional love that is soulmates, it just doesn't make sense anymore. And I choose me. I choose me resonating in all now moments. And that means I would choose solitude over anything else. So give yourself grace, give yourself love, and forgive that part of the mind that thinks that it did something wrong by not being able to be with the soulmate the same way that it once was able to.
And we all have to get real with ourselves. Like, we are now all waking up to this journey, which means the old paradigm will no longer resonate. So it's okay if we can't meet society's expectations of this version of resonating with a soulmate. It just won't resonate. It's like once you wake up to the TF journey, how the heck do you go back to the soulmate, the conditional version? It's hard to unlearn, to unsee, to unexperience what is. It's like trying to go back to sleep. You can't. It's like in Wizard of Oz, you know, there's a scene, and I saw it recently, and he's saying, don't look at the veil. Just ignore the man behind the veil and keep looking to this illusion, right? We can't ever unsee the downloads, the knowing, the being, the wholeness, the unconditional love received from this connection to any other relating experience from here on out. So it's okay. It's totally okay. It's actually like a given. It's a given. And that's okay. It's all right. Even if someone who chooses a soulmate, it's okay if the soulmate doesn't resonate. It's okay. Because you choosing you would be like choosing your person. And you choosing to be with a soulmate, knowing it's nowhere near your person, is okay. Like, that's acceptance. They're never going to top what this is because they're not your soul. And that's okay too. There's no judgment from soul, my loves. Be with what is in every experience you're having, with a soulmate, with your person, or by yourself. We love you so much. Have an amazing day. Bye, love.
I love